Hi, my name is Shannon Shepherd, and this is my presentation for my chart of accounts and reality check for my business, Beauty for Ashes, for my Entrepreneurship 650 class with Dr. Lam. So I like to start off my presentations with an overview of my business. A lot of you have heard this as I have given other presentations throughout the course. So, Beauty for Ashes offers a variety of services. We are known for going past the mediocrity of a discount broker, and we form lasting relationships with our clients. Some of the products that we offer at Beauty for Ashes are personal and commercial property sales, property management services. We also offer mortgage counseling and credit counseling, and down payment assistance information. These are just a few of the things that we offer under the umbrella of real estate. Beauty for Ashes has other components, but for the purposes of this class, I am concentrating on the real estate aspect. Here are my revenue generators. So these are pretty typical for the real estate industry. First, I have listed here commission for the sale of listings. So as a listing agent, when you go to close, you're going to receive 7% or whatever percentage that was agreed upon in your listing agreement. Of course, we know that there is no going rate and is illegal to set a commission rate. So it's based on your listing agreement. And I have listed here $49,000. That's going to vary based on the number of closings from each listing per year. And this is just based on a few listings selling per year to be a little bit conservative. A commission for the and also what I didn't mention is with that 7%, if that was a part of the listing agreement, then that is split with the buyer at the close. So it would be 3.5% for the listing agent and 3.5% for the buyer representing his client, his or her client. So commission for the representation of the buyer is just the other side of the deal, so to speak. So the agent representing the buyer is also going to receive that 3.5% of the sale. A lot of times, both the buyer and the listing agent, if they work for a real estate firm, they are normally paying a commission split with the brokerage, with the firm. Those are negotiated in the contract when they go to work for the business. For example, if you received a commission check for $25,000, you may receive 70% and your brokerage firm may receive 30% of that. It just depends on how you negotiated your contract when you went to work for the firm. Commission from referrals is listed here next, and a lot of times when you are not able to work with a client or the client is in another district that's looking to buy or sell their home, you can refer that particular individual to another agent that may be in your district or has or is able to help assist with that particular client, and they will pay you a percentage of their commission at close. Commissions split from agents is just what I was talking about previously. When you work for a firm, so like Beauty for Ashes, the agents that work for us, they will have to pay a percentage of their commission based on whatever contract they have negotiated with us. Here are some ongoing expenses. Now this is a large list, but I want it to be realistic with my chart of accounts. And Jim Buff, who was my SME interviewee, I went over these with him, and he was in agreement that these costs are typical in the real estate arena. So ongoing expenses, the board fees here, it's like your local board of realtors. And here is the cost, $600 for joining the Asheville Board of Realtors. I did speak with Jim Buffin in my interview. He did say that being a new agent, if you work for a brokerage, you might not necessarily have to join your local board of realtors. However, there are drawbacks to making that decision, and you don't have total access to information needed. So for myself and those working for me, we will all join our local board of realtors so we have access to information that we might be successful in our industry. Next, we have office space. That's self-explanatory, $9,600 a year. And by the way, all of the amounts on here, the time unit is annual as listed here on my chart. My marketing and media plan shows the average expenses listed here. So $9,530. For business cards, $150. Continuing education fees. All realtors are required to take a continuing education class once a year to remain, to have their license remain intact. So $65 per year. Cell phone, $540 a year. This is for a Straight Talk, and they have plans where you pay a set fee every month, and I use them, and I am very satisfied with the product. Internet expenses, $600. This is through Spectrum. Closing gift expenses. It is customary that when you close, you give your clients a closing gift. And here are some expenses. Of course, this is the average cost per year and varies depending on the number of closings. So if you have a lower number of closings, then your number of expense will be less, of course. Supplies, $2,000. Salaries, I plan just to have one employee that I'm going to pay a salary. My other agents are going to be paid through commission. So if they don't make sales, they don't get paid. So that's an incentive to make sure that you are getting work and closing some deals so that you're paid. So the salary for the annual salary for the administrative assistant is $35,705. Open houses, to be effective in selling your listing, you're going to have to do broker open houses and then just regular houses so that you can get that house on the forefront so that people can see it and create interest for the home. Fuel for your vehicle, when you're going out to show property or to obtain listings, you're going to have to put fuel in your vehicle. So I've listed the average cost here is around $960. Air and emissions insurance, very important in the real estate industry. You need to be fully covered because it is an industry where people like to sue. So that's about $713 a year. License, the annual renewal is $45. And I'm giving the information here from the North Carolina Real Estate Commission. And then post-licensing as well is around $300. So for my reality check and my SME information, again, my SME expert was Jim Buff. He is the co-owner of Keller Williams Realty Incorporated. Some of the things that we went over and that he spoke to me about, the first year in business, a new agent should expect to make between $25,000 and $30,000 realistically. Going forward, the potential earnings could exceed the $100,000 mark. Of course, this is all contingent upon the work ethic of the agent. And so you'll be more effective and make more money depending on how much work you're willing to put into the business. If you have a poor work ethic, your earning potential, of course, is going to be less. The industry requires a lot of networking and the creation of a good database to be successful. Integrity, commitment, and experience or traits desired of those looking to work with a real estate agent or a realtor. And lastly, I just want to thank you for viewing my presentation for Beauty for Ashes, where my motto is causing dreams to become a reality through the sale of real estate. Thanks again for viewing my presentation.